welcome in this part 2 of the video. As we promised, we're going to show you how to put them together. We ordered this from MSC Industrial Supply. I only ordered 10 foot. That's good enough. It was $3 something per foot, and as you see, the part number is there. This is not metric. This is not the same as the original ones. They're already like having a lot of they shrunk too much, and you cannot even measure them, but probably you may find the right measurement of them OEM on the internet. But these are what we need: PTFE lines, and here are the clamps. They're a 1/4-inch clamp. I'll put the link, and actually where I found these were on the rx7.com collab, and there is a very long thread of people talking about these and how to put them together and everything. So this really kind of helped. So somebody like me who doesn't really have an experience on rotary motors and just starting on them, so it's a very good thing, and I figured I'd share this to everybody, so probably saving yourself money and time. So here at the video, we already done couple of them, and now we're going to show you how we're going to put one of it together. So before we start here's the only difference here I noticed, but it would really work. I was in the beginning wondering about preventing leaks or any risk of that thing. So here, as you can see, this one here is the original, just already bent and in a little bit bad shape. That's also one of them originals, and here is a 1/4-inch one. I mean, I cannot say they're the same size, but the 1/4-inch one, it's a tickle, just a little bigger. So that's something to consider, but still it's gonna work. Once I'm gonna use this. This is actually not the right tool for the job, but it will do it. An electric connector crimper, and so we don't crimp them clamps, 2-ear clamps with this. So something else I skipped, I just want to really mention here, is these. When I was removing the old ones, I burned whatever's left of material out of these old hard ones, because once they're really hard, you cannot pull them out. So I just warmed them. Some of them, they were like hot enough to be like a little bit flexible to pull. Some of them had to be burnt, and I cleaned them very well. And also you would rather spray some brake cleaner from this hole and see if there's any restriction for each one of them before doing anything. So let's go ahead and do our third one here. I've already done 2. So what I kept on doing is did one for each one of these, and so we can keep track. Actually, this one, both are melted together, stick to each other. So let's just take this one here, and I'm adding to the length this length. So what I do is I keep going this way. I need that little angle, and then I need this straight piece, and then I'll mark this point, and then I need this. So I keep going that way. I mark this point, and then I keep doing that. So let's just go ahead and mark that way for the length, and add whatever we burned here and cut. So I have like roughly 1 inch. So it's going to be plenty. So right now we got a little mark here, and then we have to cut it. Make sure you make a very straight cut using a very good, nice, sharp knife. Better go straight. And so here's the thing that made me really believe in getting these. Actually, let's just, before moving on, let's just make sure we're at the length and we did it right. We get that there, and from there, get that one here, that one renesis point. So we're pretty good. We got the same length there. Pretty good before we started anything. So the thing that made me really a true believer in these gonna work without a leaking or anything is the kind of way the fitting goes in. I mean, when you try to shove it in here in the hose, it really takes a little bit. Move a little bit here. It really takes a little bit out of energy to put it all both together. So it would not go in easily. You gotta work it out. Put them both together. And that's really a good thing. That's really a very, very good thing. That means that whatever fitting's gonna be, the way the fitting's gonna be right now, like right now in this situation, we won't have leaks. Easy. And you just try it all the way to the end, and as you can see, it's a very, very good size. So now let's get our E-clamp and put it from here. So, moment of truth, it's time to crimp this. And I'd like to keep them straight like that. Now the first couple times you just start crimping it, it won't matter because it's still loose. And you still have a little bit of room to mess with it. It's getting tighter. So some people would like to start only one side. I would like to do both. Go to the other side. Like I said, this tool is not the perfect one for it, but it does the job right. And I said now it's tight. Now this is not gonna move. Now we're gonna work on making it look better. Work it all the way. A little bit of patience. There you go. So now here's the advice I would really want you to consider is don't get too crazy getting this tight. Don't really crimp it so hard. So it's good being tight, but not really, really tight. Remember, after so you're planning to keep running your car for another 50 or 70,000 miles, remember, this is gonna get fragile. And if you get it too tight in here, it will snap once it gets fragile and old. So that may help snapping it easier. The vibration of the motor and everything. So I'm pretty satisfied about the way it looks. And like I said, these ear clamps are a little bit bigger, and they actually fit the surface between that end, that surface, that thin, like that smaller diameter surface there. It fits it properly, while on the original ones, they're a tickle thinner, just about 1/16 of an inch. When it comes to this, the sides. So now we get one side in, and go ahead and get it a little bit more crimped, because it's still, what I'm doing is just not adding a lot of pressure on it, but I'm doing the outer surface of the clamp. So it's just a memory. or the metal, so when it gets hot or whatever, it really helps supporting whatever surface here. So let's shove one here, and as well as for the other side, it goes to your oil meter pump. We got the same thing. You try to shove it in there, ain't gonna go easy. And that's exactly what we need. Perfect. Oh shit. It's still good. Kind of twisted the thing. See here, that bend. Try not to make it bad. Keep the thing in good shape. So here we go. And you gotta consider that this go on the bottom and the oil metering pump like this, and this go on the top for a circle. So you know the way you twist these is very, very important. So now what we're gonna do, let's do the same thing on this side. And on this side you may have a lot more play. This is a tickle. I don't think it's smaller, but I think there's no boundaries. So you wanna, I looked at the way the original one's done. I don't wanna really go close here. I don't really go close to the end like this. I would go like most closer to the fitting like that and go ahead and do it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and work it. Now this one may need just a little bit of more attention. And you'd rather, if you're confident enough not to ruin a lot of these, that's something good. But if you think, you know, to be honest, you know, you'll ruin one of them. I mean, I didn't do anyone wrong, but accident happens, you know. So I ordered like probably 4 extra ones. And the hose itself, the pt2 hose, I got 10 foot, and I'll show you how much is left. Once we get done with this, we'll be having a lot. So once it feels a little bit stiff, like that, I would like to spin it like this. This way, when it goes to the oil metering pump or anything, it will not really be hitting anything. So if you put it on the other way, like twist it a little bit and get it tight, so it will hit something, another hose or something, you don't want that to happen. And like we did the other one, we go ahead and get this thing crimped. Saving ourselves a lot of money. And please, I don't really hold any responsibility somebody having something leaking or anything, because you really need to test these by yourself. I don't know. You need to look at them, inspect them the first couple times you start the car and see how they are acting. You know, most of the time when they leak so bad, like the older one I had, the older one that went really, really bad. I mean, talking about these ones. I had oil on the engine block on the side of the engine, and I knew it was really bad. Well, now there's only one more to go, and I still have a lot. So if you order 10, that's really good. It's exactly what the people in the forum was talking about. People have been working on these rx8s and rx7 for a very long time. I hope this video really helped and saved you a lot of money. And thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe.
So these oil metering pump lines, once they are on the engine, you will really realize the difference of using the original one or these, because the original one are already bent, so you'll not really be worried about any problem. So the very important thing to remember is not bending these pt2 lines. So sometimes they get kinked and you don't really know about them, Like for example, that one started to get kinked a little bit. So the key, like I said, is having them a little bit longer. Of course, you're never gonna be as perfect as the OEM ones, but these will work. These probably almost 6 to 7 times cheaper, but that's what you got.